I think the big challenges right now in human resources are talent. Attract the people who are out there who would look at SAS and say, that's the type of company I want to work for. A company where I can push the edge of the technology envelope and have a life outside of work. Because after 9/11, that's a model that I think rings true for a lot of workers. They want more than just money. They want significance. SAS started in 1976 when Jim Goodnight, John Saul, and a couple other partners got money from the Department of Agriculture to come up with a statistical program for the land-grant universities to determine crop yields. They offered this product to the university. The university didn't want it. They decided to take it out themselves, and the rest is history.
Okay, we're going to stop right here and give you some good news. To understand this case, you don't have to understand what SAS actually does.
High-end analytics, data mining, data warehousing.
Just know this, they're the largest privately held software company in the world.
We have customers in over 130 countries throughout the world, over 3.5 million users.
And although they make a lot of money, it is their employees that are really treated like gold. In fact, while other companies have been downsizing over the last couple of years, SAS has been out hiring.
Last year, SAS had 93,000 applicants for about 500 open jobs. There's a lot of people looking for work, but if you look at the demographics, what the Bureau of Labor Statistics says is there's going to be a 10 million employee shortfall within the next 5 to 7 years.
Jeff's job is to put the best people into every position and to maximize their performance through stimulating environment and key incentives, all while meeting the company objectives. Jeff has always used every recruitment tool possible, like the internet, to find the best prospects. But these days, the problem isn't just finding enough quality people, it's sifting them out of an overwhelming number of applicants.
We can put a job out there for 2 days and get 200 quality applicants. How do you go through all those folks and make sure that you're really hiring the best and the brightest for the job? Usually we can screen it down pretty well, but then we leave it up to the individual hiring manager. Usually the hiring manager will make sure all the team members interview that person to make sure they're the right fit. Do they have the technical skills? Are they really going to participate and work in a team dynamic? Or is this person just a lone ranger who wants to do their own thing? Those folks don't work here because they just won't get the culture. They won't get the synergies of how we develop our products, how we work collaboratively.
All management, including human resource management, begins with planning. There are 5 steps to the human resource planning process. At SAS, their focus is on quality rather than immediate quantity. So they spend a lot of time interviewing, testing, and evaluating prospects.
Our hiring process is not let's get the best butt in the seat in the quickest time possible. We don't track things like time to fill. Because what we know is that our turnover rate is less than 4%, and our average tenure is almost 12 years. We'd rather spend a little more time up front making a good quality hire, somebody who's going to be with us for a long time, than try to fill a position quickly and then be back in the recruiting process 6 months or a year later.
One of the best ways to retain good people is to offer them opportunities to grow within their own company.
And they move down the hall rather than down the street. That way we retain their experience, their intellectual prowess, and we can always call on them to find out what they did back in the other job. Some jobs will go directly outside because we know that we don't have the folks in-house who can do a job. For example, if I'm trying to fill a lawyer job, I know who all the lawyers are here. And unless somebody's gone to law school and we don't know it, chances are we wouldn't. We'd just go outside for that.
Since SAS spends a full 25% of their top line on research and development, training doesn't always take away from productivity.
There's a lot of training and development that occurs naturally as a result of that, where people or junior staff are working with these senior experts in their fields on new features, new functionality.
This mentoring, along with online training, internships, and apprenticeship programs, keep the relevant skills of SAS's best people on the cutting edge.
We supplement that training and development with in-house classes, everything from technical skills to soft skills.
SAS's work-life program imparts more general training to foster more personal growth. Programs like the Lunchtime Learning Series can increase employee wellness and loyalty even more.
Anything from smoking cessation, which would be in conjunction with the healthcare center, or preparing your kid for college. One of the more popular series is the financial planning series.
Of course, it takes more than classes to draw and retain talent. In addition to competitive salaries and bonuses, SAS provides a host of practical benefits and perks that real people can use every day.
We have a very rich benefit plan. Everything from free health care for employees, free on-site recreation and fitness center for employees plus spouses, heavily subsidized on-site daycare.
SAS takes great care to listen to employee needs when it comes to benefits.
We've got a growing number of employees who are saying, wait a minute, what about retiree medical? And we found a way we can do it in a cost-effective manner, which will provide them the coverage that they need and want, and we can do it in a responsible fiscal way. Why wouldn't we do it?
Another benefit offered by SAS is creative and flexible scheduling, which allows employees to have a full life away from the job. Telecommuting, or working from home via the internet or phone. Job sharing, where work is passed from one employee to another, and new concepts like flex time make this possible.
If you have to take off at 3 o'clock because your child has a soccer game, we let you do that because we trust that you're either going to get done what you had to get done beforehand, you're going to work an alternate schedule, so you're going to make up the time if you're a non-exempt employee, or you're going to hand it off to a coworker who's going to do it for you. Or maybe you'll log on from home at night to get things done.
Of course, Jeff has to make sure that the company is getting maximum return for all of this investment. Performance evaluation is so important that Jeff recently scrapped the existing system and started from scratch.
There was a focus on the annual dreaded form and checking off the boxes rather than a meaningful discussion about what somebody does well and what they don't do well and what they need to improve. But the goal is to help people see where they fit into the big piece of the puzzle so that we have alignment all throughout the organization. If these are your department goals and your division goals, how does what you do in your job line up to that and put the burden on that person? And then we're going to measure against that.
So, what's SAS's secret? How are they able to attract and retain the best technical people in the industry in good times and bad?
If we're going to treat our customers well, why wouldn't we treat our employees well? Our low turnover makes good business sense for us and for our business model. So this is how we can distinguish ourselves in the marketplace, by being able to provide the type of work environment where people are respected and treated well.
SAS realizes that their employees are free to go anywhere they want, but they choose to stay.
Outside experts say that we save anywhere from $80 to $100 million a year because of our low turnover. And that more than pays for things like on-site daycare, on-site health care, recreation and fitness, benefit plans, training, development. More than pays for itself. Remember, people are our assets. We can't produce software, we can't sell software, we can't provide service without good quality people.